I think it's very telling that the Nothing Ear 1 earbuds are photographed alongside insects. This is a perfect metaphor for the design. Just like these insects, the earbuds are very striking and maybe even a little bit startling at first glance. But as you take a closer look, you realize that the beauty of these earbuds comes from the rich detail and the complex textures of the design. The detailed internal components are exposed for the world to see, just like the complex exoskeleton of an insect. This perfectly exemplifies what makes the Nothing earbuds unique in a subtle and clever way. The average customer browsing the website won't make this connection, but their brain will. Their subconscious mind will understand that this design is a massive departure from the hyper-sanitized look of so many consumer tech products of today. So before we get really deep into this industrial design analysis, feel free to pause the video here and come up with 3 to 5 words that you think best exemplify the design. For me, the first word that comes to mind is performance. When I first saw this design, I immediately thought of high-performance clear PC cases or the exposed components of a motorcycle. The designers wanted to celebrate the beauty of the engineering. This is a pretty bold move because even though this has been done before in the past with other products, usually designers will use a more textured clear plastic that helps to sort of obscure the internal parts and witness lines and part defects. With the Nothing earbuds, there's nowhere to hide. The gloss plastic highlights the incredible attention to detail, not only with the exterior design, but also the interior components. I can't even imagine the pains the team went through to source the proper components and arrange them in a way that was aesthetically pleasing. Even finding the right kind of adhesive to join the two parts was important. It's just an amazing feat of engineering and design. By the way, I'm going to be launching a course that will teach you how to do your own design analysis just like this one. I'll also teach you how to apply form, design language, and visual storytelling into your own design work. I'm only giving the discounted price to a handful of people on a first come, first served basis, so click the link below to be one of the first people to get notified. Back to the video. The next word I would use to describe this design is striking. The design commands a lot of attention. The red dot is definitely the star of the show here and one of the areas of highest contrast. It also signifies the fact that it fits in the right ear. The dot on the left ear is actually white. Pretty much everything about the design focuses your eye on that dot, like a bullseye. These concentric shapes tend to be very visually soothing, and they tend to lead your eye in towards a central point. That's exactly what's happening here. That red dot creates a resting point for your eye, and it makes the design immediately recognizable. I can't help but wonder if the red dot is subtly referencing the notifications you see on many software apps these days. Every time you see that red notification dot on your phone, your brain gives you that little shot of dopamine and motivates you to click. I wonder if this little red dot on the earbud gives you that same Pavlovian motivation to pick up the earbuds, try them on, and buy them. This is probably just a coincidence, but I just think it's interesting to bring up. The glossy clear material creates a lot of hard-edged reflections as well, and all of these reflections make the design feel even more complex. It adds to the visual interest and the striking nature of the design. The fact that the design is white against black also helps a lot with creating that striking visual signature. It creates maximum contrast. We've been seeing this black on white high contrast trend across many consumer electronics, most notably the PS5, the Xbox Series S, and the Quest 2. It's just a great way to create lots of contrast while also blending into many different environments and situations. The last word I would use to describe this design is lively. Even though the silhouette of the Nothing earbuds is fairly geometric and minimal, all of the subshapes and the details really help to make it come alive. The dot matrix text has that little extra bit of dynamic motion. All of these complex textures and glossy materials cause the light to sort of bounce around in the design and give the design a lot of dynamic motion. Even the way that you open the box feels like a very dynamic and lively experience, where the red pull tab slowly unravels as you twist the box around. Most products these days are super minimal and homogeneous, especially tech products. I even made a whole video about how so many products look the same a while back. The Nothing earbud case finally changes that paradigm by opening like a simple clamshell. It's easy to access, it's easy to clean, and you can easily see that you have both earbuds in there at any given time. I also love the little divot in here. It not only has a functional purpose of keeping the buds in place, but it also just adds so much fun and visual interest to it. I've heard a lot of people saying that it acts like a little fidget spinner as well, which is kind of cool. The CEO of the company, Carl Pei, says that he wanted to create a seamless experience where the product just sort of falls into the background. Now, this isn't anything new at all. This is the goal of most consumer electronics products. But I think that Carl and the designers did it in a very interesting and unusual way. By using the clear material, it's really all about the tech and exposing its beauty and precision. The design really stands out a lot when you take it out of the box, and I originally thought that maybe the design is too bold and aggressive. But once I saw it worn in the ear, I was surprised by how low profile it is, and it doesn't really stand out as much as when it's sitting on a table. I design a lot of wearable products, and it's refreshing to see designers taking the way the product will look on a person into consideration. Overall, I think this is a striking design that focuses on liveliness and performance in an interesting way. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content, please subscribe to my channel. It helps me out. It's totally free. You can always unsubscribe later if you change your mind. I'm so happy to see that companies like Nothing are making an effort to do something different. Thanks everyone for watching the video, and I hope you learned something new.